Hello, boys and girls, and welcome to another exciting edition of the American Revolution, Lesson 5. I have changed my location. It is way too nice to be inside, so you may hear some sounds of nature, of cars, of maybe kids. But let's focus on our lesson today. All right, of course, what you need to succeed is your mentor text, a pencil, and a highlighter. So go ahead and grab those items while I sit here and bask in the sun. Okay, so today our learning goals are: I can understand how timelines support the reader's understanding in chronological texts, and I can also understand an author's purpose for using timelines in a chronological text. Okay. It sounds a little confusing, but really it's not. Now look at that chronological timeline on the bottom of our mentor text, and that's going to help us. Are you ready? Let's get rolling. All right, so text and graphic features. Text and graphic features highlight important texts. They make the text easier to understand. They organize information, and they add new information. So the title, like photographs and illustrations, they provide visual information for you. Captions, so what's usually written underneath a picture or an illustration, they explain photographs. Diagrams usually show how processes work or a process works. Tables and charts organize data in rows and columns. Sidebars provide high interest or extended information, so that's the things on the side. And then timelines, of course, which is what we're studying right now, show a series of events in chronological order. Remember, chronological order is the oldest to the earliest, or way back, like 1772 to 1777. Okay, I just made those up. Okay, so if we take a look, here I've got his words inspired thousands of colonists to join the fight for independence. All right, well, I've given you a snippet of our timeline at the bottom of page, I can't remember what page this is, page 8 or 9. Okay, 1775. George Washington is appointed Commander-in-Chief of the Continental Army. 1776 is when Common Sense is published. And then the Declaration of Independence is issued. So from the timeline, I can learn that the revolution began in 1775. This means that Thomas Paine published Common Sense after the American Revolution began. All right, so we need to find out. We now have a better understanding of why Paine wrote Common Sense. He wrote that to encourage colonists to join the fight against the British. That's exactly why he wrote that. So that timeline gives a really great understanding of, well, why did he write it then? Why didn't he write it before? It happened after the American Revolution. So he was encouraging more people to join the fight. Okay. It's your turn. I want you to read paragraph 2, then review the timeline on page 8 and 9. So review paragraph 2 first. And I want you to figure out, how does the information in the timeline expand on information in paragraph 2? So we're looking to see, how does that expand and increase what we know about the information? Okay, So make sure you annotate connections between the text and the timeline. So make sure that you highlight and underline the things that you need to show proof, okay? Take 5 minutes. I'm just going to sit here and relax while you pause for 5 minutes and go ahead and do this. Okay, welcome back. All right, let's take a look. I underlined, and you should have too, that eventually General George Washington organized the Continental Army. This army was made up of full-time soldiers from all 13 colonies. Okay. What we know is on the timeline, 1778 to 1779, that the France and Spain, enter the conflict on the side of the colonists. So the timeline expands on information from paragraph 2 by showing that, number 1, Washington became the leader of the Continental Army, and then in 1770, and then the French and Spanish soldiers began to help the Continental Army in 1778 and 1779. How did you do? All right, you know how we roll. Are you a 4, a 3, a 2, or a 1? That you can understand how timelines support the reader's understanding in chronological texts, and I can understand an author's purpose for using timelines in a chronological text. Go ahead, rate yourself, and then I cannot wait to see you tomorrow. Hopefully with the same type of view. Sunshine and a little wind. Talk to you later.